6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by Lavani Vijayatunga. First, we take a look at the headlines. The President emphasizes that innovation and creativity are crucial to revitalize the construction industry. The Trade Minister says there will be no rice shortage in the country in the future. Well-known Indian companies are to invest in poultry and egg production businesses in Sri Lanka. MOP fertilizer will be given to the farmers free of charge for the upcoming Maha season. The Ministry of Health has decided to stop the emergency purchase of medicines. In news overseas, Pakistani's ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan given 3-year jail sentence. And in sports news, 5 athletes leave Sri Lanka to participate in the 7th Commonwealth Youth Games in Trinidad and Tobago. Those were the headlines, and now let's move on to the details of the local news. President Ranil Wickremesinghe emphasized that innovation and creativity will be crucial in revitalizing the construction industry that is facing a downturn as a consequence of the recent economic crisis and rekindling its growth for a promising future. The President noted that in the past, the economy predominantly revolved around concrete-based development, primarily directed at infrastructure like roads and irrigation projects. However, the resulting debt burden has contributed to the current crisis. He pointed out that while this situation does not mandate a complete halt to the construction, economic restructuring calls for a shift in focus to other areas. President Wickremesinghe made these remarks at an international conference on architecture, which was organized by the Royal Institute of British Architects chapter in Sri Lanka, in collaboration with the American Institute of Architects and the Italian Embassy of Sri Lanka, on the theme Architecture, a Lasting Impact, held yesterday at Cinnamon Grand, Colombo. The Minister of Trade, Nalin Fernando, says that there will be no rice shortage in the country in the future. Steps have been taken to provide rice to people until the next Maha season. The minister says that the country has received ample stocks of paddy harvest during the last Maha season. Farmers are getting considerable harvest in this Yala season as well. The government has also implemented an intensive program to increase the harvest of other crops in a move to strengthen food security. The Minister of Trade further said that the prices of eggs and chicken will also go down in the coming weeks. The government has taken measures to cultivate 11,000 hectares of fallow fields before the end of this year to deal with food crisis in the country. Minister of Agriculture Mahinda Amaraveera says that 2 well-known companies in India have submitted requests for investments in order to start poultry and egg production business in Sri Lanka, and India's Amul company has come forward to start the dairy industry in Sri Lanka. The minister, speaking at a press conference held in Kandy recently, said that the ministry is currently looking into the possibility of giving the Indian investors the opportunity to produce eggs and poultry in Sri Lanka. He said that rather than importing eggs and chicken meat from foreign countries, it is more effective to provide opportunities for foreign investors to start these industries in the country. Minister Amaraveera emphasized that if any requests are there for this industry not only from India but also from other countries, he will consider it, as his aim is to provide chicken meat and eggs at low prices to the people. Meanwhile, Minister Amaraveera said that the government has decided to provide the muriate of potash fertilizer to farmers free of charge for the upcoming Maha's cultivation season. Accordingly, the prescribed amount of MOP fertilizer will be provided free to all farmers for the upcoming season. This is a news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. And we continue with more local news. The Ministry of Health has decided to stop the purchase of emergency medicines, as some parties are making serious allegations regarding the purchase of emergency drugs, Minister of Health K.L. Rabukwala said. Minister Rabukwala said that the emergency purchases were necessary to meet the country's medicine requirements, and it differs from the normal purchase only with respect to time. He explained that tenders are invited, technical evaluations are done, and the same procedure followed in normal procurement is followed in urgent procurement of medicines as well. The British Council in Sri Lanka, in collaboration with the London College of Fashion University of Arts, London, and the Institute for Future Creations, successfully hosted a series of roundtable discussions last month focused on the current state of craft education in Sri Lanka. The roundtables brought together industry experts, educators, and young designers to explore opportunities and strategies for the amplification of crafts in the country. And before we conclude the local news, the headlines once again. The President emphasizes that innovation and creativity are crucial to revitalize the construction industry. The Trade Minister says that there will be no rice shortage in the country in the future. Well-known Indian companies are to invest in poultry and egg production businesses in Sri Lanka. MOP fertilizer will be given to farmers free of charge for the upcoming Maha season. The Ministry of Health has decided to stop the emergency purchase of medicines. And that was the local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The main news story for this morning, Sri Lanka is intensifying its efforts to enhance diplomatic relations with the West Asian nations with the latest focus on strengthening trade ties with Iran, particularly for revitalizing its tea market as a part of its endeavors during Foreign Minister Ali Sabri's current visit there. He is on a visit to Iran until tomorrow at the invitation of the Iranian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Hossein Amir Abdullahani. During the mission, Minister Sabri is said to have several pivotal engagements. He is scheduled to extend a courtesy call on the Iranian President, Dr. Saeed Ebrahim Raisi, and conduct meetings with key Iranian figures, including the Foreign Minister, Dr. Hosseini, and other prominent government officials. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
CIB Janajaya Vasana. Unbelievable discounts and offers throughout August from CIB Janajaya Vasana. Come today itself.
In Watch Life this morning, National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that measures have been taken to provide opportunities to pay water bills online. SMS and e-bill will be issued to the consumers. General Manager of the Billing Unit of the Board, P.R. Padmanatha, said that it is an instant and low expenditure system. This system will be implemented from the 1st of January. That came to you in Watch Light.
CIB Janajaya Vasana. Unbelievable discounts and offers throughout August from CIB Janajaya Vasana. Come today itself.
Headlines of the world news. Ex-Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan given 3-year jail sentence. Russia says tanker hit in Ukrainian attack near Crimea. Historic Indian mission Chandrayaan-3 enters the moon orbit aiming for the South Pole. Those were the headlines, and now let's move to the details of the world news. Ex-Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has called for nationwide protests after he was handed a 3-year jail sentence over corruption allegations. Mr. Khan was found guilty of not declaring money earned from selling gifts he received whilst in office. He denies the charges and says he will appeal. After the verdict, Mr. Khan was taken into custody from his home in Lahore. In a pre-recorded statement posted after the verdict, he urged supporters to fight against the ruling. A Russian tanker with 11 crew members has been hit in a Ukrainian attack in the Black Sea, Russian officials say. They said the vessel's engine room was damaged in the overnight strike at the Kerch Strait. No one was hurt. Ukraine has not publicly commented, but a Ukrainian security service source told the BBC a sea drone had been used. Yesterday's attack is the second as in many days involving such weapons. Russia, however, has not admitted any damage during Friday's attack. Chandrayaan-3, India's latest moon mission, has entered the lunar orbit with the country's space agency has said. The spacecraft with an orbiter, lander and a rover lifted off on the 14th of July. It will try to set the lander and the rover on the lunar surface on the 23rd or the 24th of August. If successful, India will be the first country to land near the moon's little explored South Pole. It will be the fourth to achieve such a soft landing on the moon after the US, the former Soviet Union, and China. And that was the world news.
Development News is brought to you by
Vacancies for women from Deshakti Lanka for housemaids in Kuwait, Oman and Saudi Arabia for ages 23 to 58 years. Contact number 037 7500 500.
In development news, Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the Batticaloa district has a vibrant, multifaceted economy that can cater to both the district and the national economy as well as to enhance exports. Addressing the New Village, New Country National Integration Participatory Development Program held at Batticaloa District Secretariat on the 4th of August, he instructed the District Development Council to immediately formulate a development plan for the next 2 years. He urged that all communities as well as the public servants to extend their fullest cooperation for speedy implementation of the development plan. And that was the development news.
Vacancies for women from Deshakti Lanka for housekeepers, home cooks, caretakers and home nurses in Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia and Singapore for ages 23 to 57 years. Salaries starting from 156,000 rupees. Interviews with foreign agents are now on. Come whether you have a passport or not. Branches, Colombo, Kurunagala, Anuradhapura and Matara. Contact number 037 500 500.
Moving on to sports news, 5 athletes left Sri Lanka to participate at the 7th Commonwealth Youth Games to be held in Trinidad and Tobago. This event started yesterday and will continue until the 11th of this month. The 5 athletes, who are all under the age of 18 years, will participate only in the events they were selected for. Nirmali Vikramasinghe will run the 800 meters, Ayamal Akalanka the 400-meter hurdles, Nilupul Pesara and Lasando Arvindu will take up for the high jump event, while Hansika Munasinghe will do the long jump. That was the sports news. Business news coming up.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The People's Bank has once again clinched the honours at the Asian Money Awards. The bank was honoured with the titles of Best Domestic Bank in Sri Lanka and the Best Bank for Diversity and Inclusion, reinforcing its commitment to excellence and its remarkable strides in promoting a diverse and inclusive banking environment. That was the business news. Economic news follows.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
In economic news, the Ministry of Fisheries has introduced sea cucumber farms in the north and the east to provide a novel and more lucrative livelihood to the fisheries sector. Minister of Fisheries Douglas Devananda said that the sea cucumber is a much sought after delicacy globally that can yield high foreign exchange. As a first step, a well-equipped sea cucumber processing center was built and opened by the minister in Kilinochchi last week to facilitate the exports. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
And finally, the weather report. Several spells of light showers will occur in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle, Mathura, Kandy and Nuwara Eliya districts. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the eastern province during the evening or night. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. And before we conclude this bulletin, let's get back to the headlines once again. The President emphasizes that innovation and creativity are crucial to revitalize the construction industry. The Trade Minister says that there will be no rice shortage in the country in the future. Well-known Indian companies are to invest in poultry and egg production businesses in Sri Lanka. MOP fertilizer will be given to the farmers free of charge for the upcoming Maha season. The Ministry of Health has decided to stop the emergency purchase of medicines. In news overseas, Pakistani ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan given 3-year jail sentence. And in sports news, 5 athletes left Sri Lanka to participate in the 7th Commonwealth Youth Games in Trinidad and Tobago. And with that, we conclude this bulletin of news. And now it's back to your Sunday morning host who is sitting in today, Abhishek Kumar, again, to brighten up your day.